Okay, so let's get started with a new set of quiz from clause number 4.3 ISO9001, determining the scope of QMS. And as usual, you will get 15 seconds to answer each question after I complete reading the question. Okay, so let's get started. Question number 1. Permitted exclusion in the ISO9001 2015 includes A. Manufacturing process design, B. Product design, C. Both and B. D. Any requirement with justification for basically justification for exclusion. What's the permitted exclusion, right? Okay, the right answer is any requirement with justification. See, basically, you can say that this or that requirement is not applicable, but you have to give justification that those requirement which you say not applicable will not have any impact on product conformity, will not have any impact on customer dissatisfaction, or customer should not be dissatisfied. You can't say that this is not applicable, that is not applicable. You can say that, but then you also give justification why these are not applicable. So technically you can say like any requirement or are not applicable, but then you have to give the justification, right? So although it might seem that product design is the right answer, but here you have a bit more flexibility, right? But you have to give justification. Okay, so let's get started with the next question. Question number 2. When determining the scope, the organization shall consider A, the external and internal issues referred to in 4.1, B, the requirements of relevant interested parties referred to in 4.2, C, the product and services of the organization, D, all of the above. When you talk about clause number 4. Like when determining the QMS, the organization shall consider what should be considered. Okay, time is up. The right answer is very clearly given in clause number 4.3. All of these requirements need to be considered when you identify the scope of the organization. Okay, so let's go to next question. Question number 3. The organization shall apply all the requirements of this international standard, basically talking about 9001, if they are applicable within the determined dash of its quality management system. A, circularity, B, scope, C, sense, D, all of the above. What's the right answer? As per the standard language, like A, circularity, B, scope, C, sense, D, all of the above. Okay, so now time is up. The right answer is scope, right? The organization shall apply. B, scope is the right answer. Determine the scope, apply all the requirements, which is basically related to what is the scope of the QMS. The right answer is B, scope. Okay, question number 4. Let's get ready for that. The scope of the organization quality management system shall be available and be dash as documented information. A, maintain, B, retain, C, sustain, D, none of the above. So how exactly you need to keep the scope of the organization quality management system? What's the right answer? Okay, time up. The right answer is, as mentioned right in the standard, is maintain. So basically A, maintain is the right answer. You need to keep that guideline, so that has to be kept. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this set of quiz. So let's meet in the set of quiz very shortly.